Hey guys, this is Sean here from Crypto XL, a company based in Canary Islands that train investors and traders to become profitable in the crypto market. Today in this YouTube video, I'm going to be breaking down a trade that we sent on our Discord channel. It was a Cardano trade on 3-hour time frame. And this was the entire trade that we took. So I was basically assuming the price is going to tap into our demand zone right over here and flew all the way towards the upside, hunting this liquidity pool right over here. And that's exactly what happened. As you can see, the trade was a beautiful, beautiful setup. It played out perfectly as we sent. And I'm going to be breaking down the trade. So make sure you stay tuned and take notes as well, because I'm going to be giving away a lot of good information as well. So let's take price. Let's use the replay tool and take price somewhere around here. This is where I was looking at the setup. Let me just remove all of it. And obviously, as I always mention, I always start on the daily time frame or the weekly, depending on the month. But I usually start on the daily time frame. Now, what did I see on the daily time frame? Why was I looking for buys? Why did I send that analysis? Now, you have to keep in mind that now let's break it. Let's see over this area right over here on the 11th of March. What happened? We had some sign of rejections right over here around this area. Let's use this tool somewhere around this area at the 30-cent mark, as you can see right over there. Price tap into the 30-cent mark and it's showing sign of rejection that price really wants to move towards the upside around this area. Why? Because if you can see, this is also a good area, a psychological level as well for Cardano, the 30 cents, 35 cents, and all of that. Many institutions are looking to buy around this area. So around 30-cent level, we saw some sort of rejection. So I was like, okay, that's a good sign that price really wants to move towards the upside. But obviously, I couldn't really finalize my buyers. Obviously, we need more confluence to add towards that. So around this area, we saw rejection. And what happened was price pushed up, came down again, and then pushed up again, breaking this structure. Now, obviously, you could obviously tell that price did manipulated this high and broke major structure towards the downside. Price could always just move up and then continue towards the downside. That is right. That is correct, actually. And keep in mind, trading is a game of probability. This could happen. Obviously, in that case, we will be wrong and we will lose the trade. But it is what it is, because trading is a game of probability. There's no winning 100% of the time. But what I like to do personally is follow the current order flow. I don't like looking at price action that happened so long ago, like 15, because institutions are currently buying and selling. They're not looking at all orders. You're not going to be looking at orders all the way over here, right? Because it doesn't make sense. It's literally 2022. I like looking at the price action currently, the price action right now. So now we could say that price did push up over here with strong bullish pressure. Keep in mind, around this, once price tapped into this 30-cent level, price pushed up with strong pressure as well. It was not something like this. As you can see, it was not like this, just a consolidation. We call this efficient price action. It is not something like this. It was clearly with momentum, came back with momentum again. So there's some sort of bullish pressure from this area. Definitely institutions are looking to buy around this area right over here. So that's how I confirm a buyer's okay, price really wants to move towards the downside. And plus, this is on the daily time frame. I'm an intraday trader, so I take trades on the lower time frame, like the 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, or even the 15 minutes most of the time. So first of all, it was somewhere around here when I sent the trade. So I saw that price broke structure right over here. As you can see, right above that high, price broke structure. Label this as BOS. Price broke structure right over there. Now, yes, we do have two zones to look for buys, two valid zones to look for buys, but I was more interested on the zone above. Why? Because as you can see, price did leave this demand zone. It came over here and it retraced all the way back, and you can definitely, price didn't really tap into the zone, as you can see right over here, but it did came so close by less than a pip. But price did stop here for a reason and push up. There's no reason for like price to just push down. I mean, it could happen. Yes, it could happen and use this as liquidity low. It could happen, but for me in this case, I didn't really see a reason why price has to move towards the lower zone. Because if you look at it properly, momentum, the momentum did step in from this zone. This demand zone is when the momentum step in, the broke structure. As you can see, also body was close right above that high, which I like to see. But we had a strong rejection over here. You have to see, this is the case. This is the thing about building an analysis. You have to build a story behind it. why is price doing this? Why is price doing that? And that's exactly how we find good setups. Right over here, I saw many rejections. So with that rejection, obviously you could definitely assume that price did came up over here, tap into this area and going to push towards the downside. But I was still looking, I was still confident in my bias. The price really wants to push towards the downside. And the reason why this rejection was happening is because of this supply zone right over here, as you can see. Price tap into that supply zone right over there. And there's also a bit of imbalance. Price came out to fill the imbalance, tap into the supply zone, is pushing towards the downside. Now, my assumption is price is going to tap into the demand zone and move towards the upside. Now, this is all my bias on daily time frame, and this is not where I trade. So what I did was I moved towards the lower time frame with the 4 hour, and I saw a nice demand zone over here that I could refine to. And still, the demand zone was pretty big, so I went to a 3 hour time frame and looked for much more lower demand zone. So this was the demand zone that I was interested in to look for buys. And this is exactly where I found the analysis as well. Now, more confluence to add towards the demand zone. What I like was price manipulated liquidity, as you can see right over here. Liquidity was manipulated from these demand zones. As you can see, price pushed down, manipulating all of those liquidity, and then push up, breaking structure. And that push up wasn't a weak push up. It was definitely a strong push up. As you can see, it's clearly bulls that are in control right now. There is no sign of bearishness until price tap into the supply zone. So clearly the bulls were in control. We had minor rejection right over here just to build liquidity. As you can see, this was the support area. This was support area right over here. Many retail traders are looking to sell. And what happened? Price tap into that resistance. So not support, I mean resistance. Price tap into the resistance area to show to trap retail traders like, oh, we're going to turn right now. We're clearly going to move towards the downside. And retail traders are looking at this like a pinball. What do you call this? Pinball, whatever pattern is this? Candlestick pattern. And many traders are looking to sell. So I wasn't afraid with this rejection. I clearly know the retail traders are going to get stopped out right over here. And that's exactly what happened, as you can see. So you can see that with smart money, you can explain. That's the thing about strategies that I want to explain is that there's no holy grail strategy. Smart money isn't a strategy that if you use smart money, you're clearly going to win all the time. But the reason why I chose smart money is because there's an explanation for everything. Every single thing that's happening in the market, there's an explanation for it. And that is exactly why I chose smart money. Sometimes you get stopped out at resistance right over here. If you're following retail patterns, you won't know a reason why. You just be like, oh, it is what it is. Maybe it's just one of those times. But with smart money, if you place your stop loss right over here and you get taken out before price moving to the upside, you will clearly know there is liquidity right over here. That is why you got stopped out. So there's a reason behind everything. And keep in mind, in our smart money course, we get into much detail in all of this, and we catch great opportunities with the strategy that I use. A lot of members have used my strategy and has been catching great trades. There's a guy who's been showing us results, making a lot of money with our strategy that we teach in our smart money course. Or you can also join our Discord where we post analysis like this, and you can join us and catch trades like this every single day in the markets. So let's get into it. And when I see this rejection, I wasn't afraid. I knew that price is going to push up. It was nothing. Price is going to push up because there's a lot of retail stop losses right over here. Price did that. And so I was interested in this zone. Also, another reason is because of the pressure that price put in. It was nice. It was a strong bullish pressure as well. So it was clearly that bulls were in control. And currently price was also creating liquidity, as you can see right over here, which I also love to see. I'm not going to get into the confirmation part because all those are taught in our smart money course and also in our Discord. So if you want to check it out, you can definitely check it out. But so overall, my bias was price to tap into this demand zone, give our confirmation, whatever confirmation that we get, and take price all the way towards the upside around this area. So I'm just going to move this to the side a bit. This is the supply zone that I showed you guys on the daily time frame. And this area, I was very interested. I was really interested in this area because there's a lot of liquidity right over there. And that's exactly what I was aiming for. And let's see what happens. As you can see right over here, price tap into our zone. This is where I stand. And just like that, price hit our full target right over there, as you can see. And price did continue moving towards the upside even more. So it was a beautiful analysis. Now, I want to remind you guys again, you want to catch these trades with us, we send analysis like this every single day. It's all beautifully stand, and people are catching great trades off of this analysis. You can join our Discord, check our Discord out. You can just text us on Instagram, and we'll guide you, we'll help you out. You have team members, other team members that will help you out. And if you want to learn the strategy that I use, keep in mind this is just 10% of what I use. There's a lot of things, there's confirmation, there's balance, everything that you have to put together. And that is, and this strategy is not just smart money concepts, just a random smart money concept. It is a smart money concept that is based on cryptocurrencies, because I've developed the strategy for years. I've been using the strategy for 3 to 4 years right now on the crypto market, and this is how I find profitability with this strategy. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely check that out. And that is it for this video. Make sure you guys take notes, and I'll see you on the next one.